Libra Sun, Aries Moons, welcome to your 2020 Sun Moon reading. When you view it is when you're meant to see it. It doesn't matter the time of year, and I'm doing them in the order of requests in the comments, so be sure to post your requests up. While you're waiting for yours to be done, go check out your 2019 Sun Moon readings that are in my playlist. First portion of this reading will be going over the traits of your Sun Moon combination. And then I will lay them out the main cards. We'll take a quick look at your 2020. Second portion of this reading will be the link below to the Vimeo reading, where I'll have a deeper interpretation of the cards in addition to clarifiers. I'll be dividing your year up into 4 separate quadrants. So let's see what's going on with your combination. You guys definitely like to stir the pot and agitate things if you kind of get bored with a conversation. And sometimes you'll just come out, like blurt out some kind of statement that makes people react, just to kind of keep things moving. Being foolish or doing things like that is sort of swart for you. Sometimes you can be quiet, but it takes a lot of self-discipline. Okay. It's really important for you to take your energy and make sure you focus it on a certain interest or someplace that you want to go. That's super important on you. Instead of wasting all that energy in all these like numerous directions, make sure, like I said, you focus on some kind of activity, or make sure you focus on one thing at a time instead of a multitude of things all at one time. Okay. Be careful of getting lost in fantasy. Make sure you stay grounded. Sometimes you maybe ideate a little bit too much. Ideate, right? That's a word. A little bit too much and get lost in those faraway fantasies and things like that really aren't grounded in reality. You guys have a fiery spirit that comes from your Aries moon, but you do have a hard time just sitting quietly. Okay, you guys aren't ones to meditate. You aren't ones to relax at all. It's kind of hard for you to do that. You kind of might be like me. I think that I'm a fire moon, so sometimes like if I try to meditate, I fall asleep. I'm like, I don't understand. Like I do meditate. I do it in a different way though. I mean, I can't do that like just sitting like in a warm room, and because I fall asleep, so I have to be very careful about that. You do like to have balance in your mind, so that's really important to you. You like to have peace in your life, so that's important. Things being equal, things being balanced. You have an original spirit, and you fidget a lot. You don't like any things that are boring. Nothing that's boring. You always have to keep it moving. You always have to keep it lively. So you do have a tendency to, when you can't do that in regular life, then you have those in the adventures that you dream up, the romances that you have. But you can't take these fantasies to an extreme. It can be kind of dangerous. Okay, everyone has to come down sometimes, right? Try to keep focused on the end means, okay, instead of stirring things up in the present. I couldn't think of any other way to say that, but that's the way I'm gonna say it. Alrighty. You are a little into yourself, but you also have a character that's very romantic, so a persona that's very romantic. You need to have as many things distracting you as possible. You have 2 signs. These 2 signs are really kind of in opposition. Okay, so you might be having a lot of times when you're very moody and you have a hard time getting things into balance, because your Aries inner spirit is just all about like being restless and causing problems. And then with your Libra side, you're about being kind and okay, let's make sure that everybody's getting along, everything's peaceful. So, it's like the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. So you go in between being really assertive and then really timid, okay? Going through being really cheerful and then kind of not so much. And you need to, so try to stop stop this kind of back and forth from making you overly anxious. Mood changes. We already know you don't want to meditate, so maybe another outlet is necessary for you. Something that stimulates you, like an outdoor activity or exercise or what have you, and try not to beat up on yourselves. Okay, you can still have that Libra tendency about you. So, Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Libra, Sun, Aries, Moons for the year of 2020? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach their higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine for their greater good? Any messages you have for Libra, Sun, Aries, Moons for the year 2020 would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Libra, Sun, Aries, Moons, what do you see? What do they need to know? January, February, March. Libra, Sun, Aries, Moons. We have the 8 of Pentacles in the reversed. Libra, Sun, Aries, Moons for April, May, June. We have the Hermit card in reverse. Keep in mind, if this reading resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. We can make that happen. 4 Pentacles in the upright for the period of July, August, September. And then I'm also on the Instant Go app if you need an answer to a question. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Insta. Please like, share, subscribe in support of these videos. And if you would like to donate, there is a donation link below if you'd like to toss me a few pennies. If not, don't worry about it. No feelings will be hurt. 7 of Swords in reversed for October, November, December. Okay. So we start off at the beginning of the year and you're hammering away at something, but you're not, sorry about that, hammering away at something and not getting anywhere. You're not progressing, there isn't any success, and as a result, because this continues, then you're really like not that into it, okay? You're not that psyched about continuing to do it. Now, one of the reasons why this is not happening is because you all really have tunnel vision, or you really are like, this has to happen a certain way. This has to be perfect, okay? Or you're really kind of stuck in regards to how this should be. And as a result, maybe you aren't exploring other things or figuring things out or thinking about it in creative ways. And this is kind of causing you to get nowhere, all right? Now, I get in April, May, June, we have the Hermit card here. And what I'm kind of getting is, I don't know how to say this. I feel like you just kind of get mad and you pack up your toys and you go home. Okay, so whatever happened here, you're like, whatever, this isn't going to work. I don't care. You cut yourself off from everybody. You say, I'm done. I'm withdrawing. I don't want to do this anymore. I just feel like there's a little bit of I'm done with this. I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, which is great. I mean, if you don't want to do it anymore, but the problem is, like, during this period of time, you're not using the time to reflect on why this happened or what happened or anything like that. You're just like, I'm done. I'm out. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Bye. So I don't necessarily know what that was at the beginning of the year. I mean, could be a relationship, could be a job, could be a friendship, could be you playing in a sandbox. Whatever it is, that's sort of what I'm seeing. Then I see you come out of hermit mode to an extent, and we have the 4 of Pentacles here. So here you are holding on to your toys, and you're like, nobody can play with them. But it kind of is in a way. I see you holding on your possessions, holding on to things that belong to you, being really conservative with your money because you don't want it taken from you. And it's giving you this false sense of security, I feel like. You think it's giving you control and security to like hold on to all your things and not share them with anybody and kind of be by yourself. I feel it's still like a singular kind of feeling here. But I mean, doing that, I don't think that really is going to work out for you. It might. I mean, I don't know, because the next card really isn't telling me that much in that regard. As we get to October, November, December, we have the 7 of Swords here in reverse. So I feel like someone gets busted for what they've been doing. Somebody got caught for something that they were doing. As a result of them getting caught, they could have legal problems. So it could be a legal situation of some sort. And either this person getting caught or this getting exposed or whatever this is, either you feel vindicated because this happens, or you get caught doing something. Believe it or not, I kind of got the feeling that it might, for some of you, you might have been doing something You might have been doing something and you got caught. And it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I'm so glad I got caught. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later, but here I am. Now, I will say that I'm seeing a tale of embezzlement here. So it could be you, could be the other person. I hope you guys aren't embezzling, but I see somebody here holding on to money, trying to figure out how to get money into their pocket to take care of themselves. And then here I see them getting caught. So some of you might be caught in some kind of embezzlement investigation or involved with that in somehow, where someone took money, held on to it, cooked the books a little bit, and they get caught and they get exposed for that, and you get involved with that somehow. So that's what I have. If this resonates, consider a personal reading, and or click on the link below to the Vimeo reading. It will take you to the version where I'll be pulling clarifiers on this, and we will go into depth. Otherwise, best of luck to you in 2020. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.